Fixez.com, bringing you another repair video. Looks like today we're going to be working on an Apple iPhone 4 GSM. Today's video, we're going to show you the steps necessary to remove and replace your home button assembly. Before we get started with our disassemble, let's go ahead and review our suggested tools. Small Phillips screwdriver, small flathead screwdriver, plastic opening tools, a spudger, iPhone 5-point pentalobe screwdriver, fine-tipped curved tweezers. Let's begin our entry into the iPhone 4 GSM by first removing our two pentalobe screws, one on either side of the dock port assembly on the bottom of the phone. With our pentalobe screws removed, we can take a grip of the rear portion of our phone and slide it upwards about 1/8 of an inch. This should free the back cover from the iPhone for removal. With the cover removed, right away you'll recognize the battery. Let's use our Phillips screwdriver to remove the single screw that's securing its connector into the motherboard. Removed from our iPhone, we can now bring our attention to removing the earpiece speaker. Let's first start by removing the two Phillips screws that are securing the dock port connection into our motherboard. Remove the small cover on that connection. Standoff that's right under all of these connections. Use a small flathead screwdriver for removal. We have a Phillips screw that's securing the bottom of our motherboard down by the speaker assembly. Pull up the small coaxial connection for our antenna. And let's use a SIM card removal tool or a paper clip to remove the SIM card tray out of the side of the phone. This should loosen and free up our motherboard so we can lift it out of the iPhone. With our motherboard removed, that will reveal the top of our earpiece speaker that's only secured with a small amount of adhesive. We can use a pair of tweezers or a spudger to pry the earpiece speaker up and out of the iPhone. We can now pull the front-facing camera out of its housing. The phone's vibrator motor is secured by two Phillips screws on either side of it. Let's remove those screws and peel the vibrator out of the phone. This next part where we're working on the headphone jack assembly, we need to be extra careful. The ribbon wire is incredibly delicate when we're peeling it out of the adhesive, securing it into the phone. Securing screws removed and our ribbon cable out of the adhesive, we can now remove this entire assembly. Let's get in there and remove our loudspeaker. We have 2 Phillips screws on either side. Removing those screws, and now we can gently pull the speaker out of the body of the phone. Bringing our attention over to the display now. We have our securing screws, one on each corner of the display assembly. With all of our screws addressed, we now attack the display assembly at one of the corners, trying to create a separation from the frame of the phone. And with that separation created, we can now bring in our plastic opening tool to finish off the separation around the entire perimeter. Let's now address our home button. Our home button has a small ribbon cable that's located directly behind the dock port assembly. This ribbon cable has a locking socket that we need to flip up to release the ribbon cable for removal. And now it's simply a matter of maneuvering that ribbon wire out of the phone and remove that home button for replacement. All of the parts and tools you've seen today in this video are available at www.Fixez.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter.